Hey everyone, this is Umbrella here, and I'm giving you a review of Boruto episode 62, the Otsutsuki clan's invasion. And this is the episode where we finally have the main villains of the movie coming down to the Two Nations arena, start having hopefully to capturing Naruto and reclaim back their plan, which they explain fully later on in the episode, but I will get to that. Before I point out, for those of you who actually can notice, I have my lips a little bit too glossy and shiny. It's about that I have a cold sore right now, and I know it's kind of a little bit of an attention grabber, but this came out on Tuesday. I applied some Vaseline on it. Later, I didn't know it was going to come in until I felt it was coming, but I just didn't really. It was kind of too late to apply anything. So I decided and it started to spread. I was actually it got bigger. So I put some Vaseline on it. Hopefully, those will be gone out by say tomorrow. But I'm going out later in the day, so I might have to deal with this repercussion on my lips. This on my lip. But enough about that. Let's get on with the review. And basically, this episode starts out with a small recap from last week's episode for when Naruto disqualified Boruto for having an inside type ninja tool. And then eventually the villains start coming down. So Momoshiki is the main villain. And we finally get to hear the name of the big round guy, and his name is Kinshinki. So they come down to the village that they're causing some serious shit. Basically, the ones for the sake of having just want to keep Naruto safe, want to keep Naruto alive because they want to track her out of him. Kinshinki decides to create huge earthquake around the entire area, causing things to start from the stands to come crumbling down. Eventually resulting sorry if you heard that. Hearing all the five Kage start. The rest of the five Kage start doing evacuation plans. You get to see a scene one I've been seeing between these two, Sakura and Tamara, where Sakura actually does her fist to destroy the sand buildings, and Tamari swinging her fan to cause the wind to blow away all the debris. You use a small glimpse of both Sakura, Ino, and Tamari standing together. Basically, we didn't hear any dialogue from these two, let alone any audio. Well, actually, I should say dialogue from these three to explain the plan of action. So they all started to do a little evacuation plan, of course. Then Gaara comes in doing his thing. He goes with the sand, seeing other people. Then Shinki awakes him from his from being knocked out for a bit. He goes to the stands, but the problem is Momoshiki, he wants to go out there and fight. But Gaara as the father here, decides to tell him to stop. Says, no, this guy is way beyond your league. You cannot possibly win. So Shinki decides to holds back for a bit and decides to help evacuation the people. And Mr. Master thinking Shinki go against Momoshiki, that's pretty much Shinki is nowhere near the scale level of Momoshiki is right now. So the chance of him winning pretty much slipped down. So thankfully Gaara realized that. And I was like, nope, you're not happening, son. You're not going to do that. You're going to go back and do evacuation. And then Mitsuki wakes it. And then we see a scene with Mitsuki going over with the third guy of the Otsutsuki clan, of the Otsutsuki clan. Thinking that he hasn't gotten officially a name yet, let alone they ever gave him one. Although, I should say, he has one, but Mitsuki started realizing the situation at hand, so he decides to release his Sage Mode, knowing only the fact that this could cause him to stay here in the village. But it looks like he kind of took the risk to stay with Boruto, but then again, he wasn't around anyone to notice. Maybe someone here didn't notice from a distance, but Fisherman obviously hope we can see a bit of a resolution to that. But the third guy comes in with a fish hook thing. Actually, he got pierced through the chest area. I think it was on the left side, the left chest, the left pec. Problem is that he has some serious chakra that even these guys don't have. Basically, he takes the fish hook, takes it out of him. I'm not too sure it was a portion of the whole thing, but it was enough to cancel the Sage Mode and to take it out of him. It was enough to cancel the Sage Mode and pull it out. And I think if you saw that happen to me, my dog just come into our room. So he takes in. So basically, Mitsuki's knocked out from the attack. He's not dead. Thankfully, he is not dead. He's just knocked out for a bit. And finally, he realizes that he actually happened to know who this guy is. The Otsutsuki clan, but he knows about the clan's name, not by his first. We don't know his real name, the third guy. And then he starts to escape. Then Gaara comes in, basically as revenge from last time from getting sprig on him. And then the current Gaara's Kazekage, the Mizukage comes in, helping Gaara out. So we get to see a fight between these two going against the third guy of the Otsutsuki clan. So it was a nice little... There's a little bit of something happening on the side while the main thing was happening on the arena. We also get to see a scene where Sasuke, where Kishiki, the big round guy, comes in trying to kill Sarada, but then Sasuke comes in and he also even says, "Don't lay a finger on my daughter, or I'm going to cut your horn shorter for you." Basically, you remember that from the first time they fought, Sasuke actually did cut his horn. A little more so, he's going to say, "I'll make it more shorter than last time if you lay a hand on my daughter." Being that we get to see a small aliens of Sasuke actually being a dad here, protecting his daughter. And he came to that's smart, man. He's all Sasuke forever. He's swinging, and he's swinging his axe. And so Sasuke being the badass he is, he keeps dodging, and he eventually goes into the center of the arena, where Naruto and Boruto are right there. And while all that's happening around them, Naruto is dealing with this moment, the main guy, Momoshiki, upon blowing a small second of scene, telling Boruto to leave. Eventually, out of nowhere, Momoshiki disappears for a second, trying to find where he is. They see, kick to the face, he sends flying to the wall, and Boruto's left there helplessly, but he still throws chakra at him for the ninja tool. But eventually, upon realizing that but Momoshiki blocks it with the same hand, and he has this thing in his hand, allows him to absorb chakra that he's been hit with. Upon realizing he knew what he was doing, he still kept throwing jutsus at him. He kept throwing jutsus at Momoshiki, even though he's standing right there just saying, I'm pretty sure in his mind was like, "Kid, you just realized what I'm doing. You're still doing this. Can you stop?" But Boruto was desperate, so he had no choice but just to release everything until he lost a whole lot of scrolls. Then we have the fight scene between Gaara, the Kazekage, not the Kazekage, the Mizukage. Jesus Christ, I keep missing them the two Kages here. Gaara, the Mizukage, going against the third guy. Apparently, they're doing bunch of stuff happens. Gaara using the sand, the Mizukage. That's the Kazekage, and the Mizukage decides to do his source skills, but eventually that was all for naught because apparently that fish hook it is. And again, deal with my nose. I'm dripping snot again. Because apparently he also has Byakugan and he's able to protect their moves. Eventually, says was one Billy. There's one juice of his, but apparently I'm not going to pronounce the first name of it. I think it was like Amano or something, but I can tell that he's got a barrage of fish hooks at the Mizukage. But instead, Gaara comes in with the sand. Fish blocks it with the sand. And of course, that was just part of the plan. That was part of the plan. That was just it. Eventually, the Mizukage decides to throw out war jutsu. I think giant fork at Sextushi to trap the third guy in the Otsutsuki clan. Jesus Christ, my nose. Traps the third guy from the Otsutsuki clan in the vortex. This is hopefully trying to bring him down. Like either try drowning them or bring him down to the ground to pull out consciousness, like knock him out, basically. But eventually, he manages to escape with the ring. Apparently, there was a small glimpse of the Rinnegan in his eye, where he manages to escape and teleports out there. Knowing the fact that his subordinates are basically ready to finish off dealing with Naruto and Sasuke. And then Naruto comes in with his finally get to see he would go back to his chakra form in the movie in this episode. Of course, he did it in the movie, but you get to see he summoned a whole bunch of closest people who are summoning that like Bakuway just again. And Boruto realizes that this is the kind of chakra that his dad. He never knew this is the kind of chakra that his dad had. Then we get to see a few flashbacks of Boruto when he was just a kid. I should say back when he was just a toddler. From his birth, he senses his dad's chakra. He also gets to see some past memories of Naruto, like how he did in the episode. I think it was Pursuit of Hope. It was like apparently somehow, some way during the time when people were infused with the Nine-Tails chakra from Naruto, the parents get a chance to see they actually get to see a small glimpse of his childhood, because it was upbringing. All those flow into the past of people who didn't know Naruto to the point, seeing how he came to be the person. For Boruto's perspective, basically from his birth to when he was just basically a toddler to the birth of Himawari, to when they were back when they were just kids, and to I think a few scenes before Naruto. I think it was one more scene where the two taking a picture from the house. We get to see the eventual meetup, the first real meetup these two have in a while between Naruto and Boruto. And then basically cuts. To cut the episode off, we've had the episode where we're like, before anything else, we had to see scenes of people just looking at the scene. Basically telling Roshan to hang on just out of real. We're just to say, you try to get out there, everyone's just looking from all the current shinobi. like the Ichigo formation, Iwaki, Denki, and Lee, Sumeru, and even parts like all. You can see part where Hinata tells Sakura and Hiyawari are there, where Hinata tells Sakura to keep her safe, while she goes off to help protect Naruto because being the devoted wife that she is, wants to keep her husband safe. We also get to see Hinami also show up next to Sumire, and also Old Man Hyuga, Hinata's dad. I forgot his name. Eventually looking on what happened. So eventually, apparently, before I even point out that there was like a point, but the thing Musiki, he was like both him and Kinshiki were in the air. He's in a sense like a huge giant chakra ball, basically. Like, think Frieza's death ball, but I think a lot more bigger. He throws it down to Naruto. He throws it down to the ground. Both Naruto and Kurama decides to block off the attack. Eventually, it proves faithful. It proves to be a little bit faithful. Sorry about the end of my nose. My nose is dropping snot right now. Eventually, it's proven to be no hope because apparently there was the explosion. But right before the explosion happens, there was like a scene where like music cuts off. The music is cut off. Boruto looks at his dad. Boruto looks at Naruto, I should say. I hate the Boruto's dad meme, right? I hate the Boruto's dad meme. He looks at the Naruto. Naruto looks back and smiles, thinking like, "You'll be fine. Don't worry, Boruto, you'll be fine." And then Boruto yells out, "Dad!" And an explosion. Episode ends there. We're on to end the credits season. That's one hell of a cliffhanger. And you end out the episode with an explosion. So eventually we're going to see the repercussions of that in the next week's episode. So it looks like we're going to go, from the preview, it looks like we're going to go straight to the final fight. Okay, not exactly. The final fight will probably be the next episode. But it's outside the secret reference, so we all know exactly who saw the movie. There's what's going to happen. But we're going to be some more added scenes in there, John, for to stretch out for a 24 length episode. So original world was done here. Original world was close. We're like basically the climax, but it looks like they're going to stretch out the final fight for a few bits. So I don't exactly tell how long the final fight is going to be, but hopefully it's going to be a lot more shorter. Hopefully like ends a little more sooner because we're not going to deal with. I don't think we're going to deal with like a whole bunch of episodes dealing with the final fight. Especially, I hope we're not going to do anything. Kind of was like they stretched out the entire fight by adding more filler in just for the sake of building for a certain point for like a 575 episode final episode, or just milking for more money. Let's hope that's not the case. Let's just say this episode, the final fight, hopefully ends more shorter, and we get to move on from here. So until then, leave a like, subscribe, comment, see you friend, and see you next time for the next video. Laters. I should have done like this and then did this, but yeah, whatever. Laters.